Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. I have been attempting to do this live stream since earlier today when my buddy Chuck sent me a message on the Instagram machine making me aware of some bad news regarding George Perez. And I've been doing some work over here, and I have contractors here at the house that are making all kinds of noise, and I'm trying to thread the needle and get this in. I read this post that George Perez actually put up on Facebook, and I'll be honest with you, I teared up. I teared up at the post that he put up on Facebook because it was touching. And what's crazy is that early this morning, I actually filmed a quick video, and in that video, I showcased this book. And this is George Perez book that he worked on back in the 90s that had a profound impact on me as a young collector, and one of my favorite books to this day. Just a wonderful story that is being told in there. And then this news comes out shortly after I recorded that video. And so the news that came out earlier today is that George Perez, who is 67 years old, has announced that he has pancreatic cancer. And his doctors have basically given him about 6 months. And I can tell you, pancreatic cancer is tough. It really is, right? You guys probably remember the live stream that I did with Rodney Green, my buddy, who is a CPA. His first wife actually passed away from pancreatic cancer. You know, she was pregnant, or they got married. She was pregnant. She had the baby. And she never really left the hospital. She ended up passing away shortly after giving birth, and because they found the cancer, it was really aggressive. And we went from the wedding to the birth to the funeral in a very tight time period. Pancreatic cancer is nothing nice, but again, trying to thread a little needle here with things going on at my house. So I want to share the screen real quick, and I want to talk about, again, George Perez, who has announced that he has pancreatic cancer. And I'm not going to read this entire post to you, but it says on November 29th, shortly after Thanksgiving, it says he received confirmation that after undergoing surgery for a blockage in his liver, that he has stage 3 pancreatic cancer. It is inoperable, and the estimated life expectancy is between 6 months to a year. He says, I've been given the option of chemotherapy and or radiation, but after weighing the variables and assessing how much of my remaining days would be eaten up by doctor visits, treatment, hospital stays, and dealing with the often stressful and frustrating bureaucracy of the medical system, I've opted to let nature take its course and will enjoy whatever time I have left as fully as possible with my beautiful wife of over 40 years, my family, friends, and fans. That right there, that's an incredibly powerful sentence to have written. And sorry. You guys have my apologies. Sorry about that. I have a workman literally outside of my window doing some work here. So this sentence that he wrote here, these details that are written here, incredibly powerful stuff. You know, this is a guy that is clearly making an informed decision about how he wants to spend his remaining time. And he is making a decision. And you have to respect the decision that he's making here as to how he wants the rest of his life to go, and what he's prepared to do and not do. You know, you kind of have to respect that. There's another section here that hit me really hard. The man is clearly a professional. clearly he says there will be some business matters to take care of before I go. I am already arranging with my art agent to refund the money paid for sketches that I can no longer finish. And since, despite only having one working eye, I can still sign my name, I hope to coordinate one last mass book signing to help make my passing a bit easier. I also hope that I will be able to make one last public appearance wherein I can be photographed with as many fans as possible. And he goes here with basically the provision that he gets to hug each and every one of them. He says, I just want to be able to say goodbye with as many smiles as well as tears. And it was this last part that really got me. That, um, this is a man that again is clearly a professional, understands that there are some things that have to be taken care of, and some of those things are of the head and some of those things are of the heart. And it is apparent to me that he again is choosing how he is going out, and he recognizes the importance of his career, his work, his art on the many fans that are out there. And he's like, let's get together one more time to celebrate those things. And you have to respect this. And you see the photo of him. I have never heard anyone say an unkind word about him. It's just it's shocking. It's we lost Stan, seems like not that long ago. Now George Perez is sick and has 6 months to a year. Fingers crossed that it's actually longer than that, and it's not a suffering period of time, and he's actually able to enjoy himself. But it's just a sign of just the fragility of life and the importance of taking time to slow down and remember what's important, to celebrate the wonderful things that we all have in our lives. And so, again, it was just coincidental that I recorded this video earlier today talking about Infinity Gauntlet, which was done by George Perez, and then this news actually comes out. Definitely some shocking news. Definitely some shocking news. I think that it also talks about his diabetes had been acting up a little bit. And maybe it's because of the pancreatic cancer. Who knows what's going on. But one of the things that I also took a look at very briefly was I started thinking about, like, how much work has this man done in his career? So I went to his Wikipedia page, which potentially is not the best place to go, but I decided to go there. And you see things like, Teen Titans, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Wonder Woman, Incredible Hulk, and then you scroll down and you get to some of what he has done, and you realize just how long this man has been in the industry, just how many companies he's worked for, how many comics he's penciled, how many characters he's taken care of over the decades that he has been in the industry. And it is honestly impressive when you look at it. And my guess is that this is not the full extent of it, but I mean, it covers DC, Marvel, Image. There's superhero stuff, non-superhero stuff. Boom Studios is in here. Covers. There's interiors. I mean, it is a career to be proud of, without a doubt. And again, I wanted to do this just briefly um, to honor, if you will, George Perez. He put this post up on social media because he wanted people to know, he wanted to be in control, and that's part of the reason why I decided to go ahead and go live and actually spend a little bit of time talking about this. Looking forward to hearing where it is that he chooses to do the signing and his con, and his last public appearance or whatever it happens to be. But just some tough news. Just some tough news. So I'm not going to go to the chat. I am looking at the chat right now, and it looks like a lot of people kind of making some comments about him being the GOAT, how it is truly heartbreaking and heartwarming and things like that. Again, I think that we all need some time to kind of process this, but this is news, if you will. And I wanted to at least take a moment to acknowledge George Perez, his contributions to the industry, to us as fans, and to, again, to celebrate the fact that this man is making a very purposeful decision on how he wants to spend his remaining days. And that has to be saluted. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope that everybody out there has an amazing day. As Mark Andrews says to me, take some time to make somebody smile today, which I think is a wonderful message that he delivers to me just about every day. But I'll modify it, and I'll say take some time to give a hug to a loved one, to say a kind word to somebody that's out there, and to otherwise let the people around you know how much they are appreciated, because you just never know what the future holds. With that said, if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.